Hey, Forrest here. Nothing like getting paid. And with ICCU's mobile app, I can deposit checks or accept Zelle payments so the money hits my account fast. I just wish there was an app for mowing the rest of these lawns.
Right now, Lithia Ford of Boise is buying used vehicles. How much you want for the SUV?
I don't know.
Well, Lithia Ford will give you more than that.
How much more?
More than you think.
I'm not thinking anything.
I'm thinking you might get even more than that. See how much more you can get at Lithia Ford of Boise.
When it comes to concrete, we've got you covered. RowPaint.com offers custom concrete coating services for your garage, business, warehouse, and more. And we do it in one day. We are your complete concrete coatings solution.
Welcome to the Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show from Bronco Nation News. As we get you set for the latest news, insight, and analysis as game time approaches, the BNN pregame show is presented by Lithia Ford of Boise. Check out LithiaFordBoise.com to view the full inventory of vehicles, or check them out at 8853 West Fairview in Boise. Now, let's head out and join BJ Rains for the Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show from Bronco Nation News.
Well, the Boise State football team or basketball team, it looks like football weather out here, Abe Jackson, arriving in the snow here in Logan. You had, 10, 15 Boise State fans from the Blue Collar Club. They're seated up here behind the basket, but big one tonight here in Logan, Abe Jackson. Yeah. But again, the weather is outside, at least, is a story.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a dicey drive heading back home tonight after the game. But this is the bus road trip every year.
Nice bus, though, at least. Right?
It is a nice bus. Yeah. They're big old seats. They're like the first class seats in an airplane.
It's cold, it's snowy, and it is it's not exactly, but you see Max Rice saluting the crowd there. Might affect it's the start of spring break. It's the start of bad weather. Might be a little bit of go up a little bit higher. There we go. But we'll see what happens. We bring in tight quarters here, Abe Jackson. I'm already big. It makes me look even worse here. But welcome on in. Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show. Abe Jackson, you'll hear him and Bob Bueller coming up in about 20 minutes over on 670 KBY. And Abe, appreciate you for risking your life with the students behind us and making your way in here. But you got a little comfier seat over on your side.
Yeah, we're a little further away from the student section, but this is one of the toughest places to play in the conference, and the students really get after it and they put work into it. I mean, there's photos here of Coach Rice, and there's photos of Max when he was a kid with his mom.
Already in the student section.
Section. So they put in some work here in the Utah State.
Well, we all remember the famous Nick Duncan middle finger here. But obviously the big news right off the bat, Abe Jackson, Boise State has clinched the number 2 seed. Unbelievable comeback by UNLV in the and we'll show you Boise State warming up here as well while we talk. You'd rather see them warming up than us. But number 2 seed in the conference tournament, UNLV comes back from down 7 in the final 90 seconds or something. Force overtime. They win in Reno, which I guess two-part question. That obviously really hurts Nevada in terms of the tournament. But Boise State now knows they're the number 2 seed. They'll play, I think it's 6 o'clock Mountain Time or 6 o'clock Vegas time on Thursday against the winner of UNLV and Air Force in the first round.
Yeah, and that's what you expected to. Well, that's what you wanted coming into these last couple games, right? After that San Jose State loss, you kind of had to refocus on where you were going to be in the standings. And then they came back with that great win over San Diego State. And then to finish off the season, I mean, you always want to finish off tough. Even though you have the second seed already locked up, I mean, you're still playing for NCAA rank or NCAA seeding or NCAA at-large berths. And me and you are a little bit different on what we think. I think there needs to be one more win to get us out of Dayton, whether that's here or that's the first round of the Mountain West tournament. I think that if we lose both of these, we might be – I think we're still in, but I think we might be the first 4.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Joe Lenardi did move you guys up off the quote-unquote bubble. He doesn't even have you in the last 4 buys right now. So I think you guys have done enough resume-wise, but obviously you could cement things and improve your stock with a win tonight.
Well, and you know what also helps is that Texas A&M game is just looking better and better. Man, they're ranked number 23. They just beat the number 2 team in the country in Alabama. They're number 2 in the SEC right now. So Boise State did some work in the preseason, and it's paying off.
What do you make of this atmosphere and this game tonight? And obviously last year, everybody remembers the Marcus Shaver Jr. three-pointer with 3 seconds left. Some might forget, but Mladen Armouche went for like 20 and 20 in this game as well. Boise State obviously won already in Boise against Utah State, but what do you make of the game tonight?
Well, it's a tough place to play, so no matter what the game was, I mean, it was a pretty easy win for Boise State a long time ago. Feels like we haven't played Utah State in a really long time, but it's a different environment. I mean, I've played against Utah State when they haven't been very good. I've called games when they haven't been very good, but they get in this building, and all of a sudden they turn into one of the top teams in the country.
And they shoot it. The basket seems a little bigger here.
It does, and it's an odd setup. I mean, the stanchion that holds up the rim looks like it should be out on the playground. There's big old cables that are holding the top of the backboard as well. So it's a different looking environment.
By the way, we're doing pretty good, but we did have a little bit of a Wi-Fi issue earlier, so we apologize if we're skipping in and out, but it looks like we're doing okay right now. Again, Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show. We got Abe Jackson here, the color voice of the Broncos. You can hear him with Bob Beeler coming up in about 15 minutes on KBOI 670. And for Utah State, though, kind of we touched on it, but for me, this is kind of like Boise State against San Diego State. There was more on the line for Boise State in that game. They came out fired up, got the win. I feel like Utah State probably knows that Nevada lost too, and there's a chance that this is probably going to be a 3-bid league. And I think they can cement their spot in the field, and they know that with a win tonight. So, I mean, I think Utah State has a ton to play for tonight.
Well, the last seeding that I saw, and you correct me if there's one that's been updated, but I saw that Utah State was the last 4 out. And so you get a quad 1 win like this.
Yeah.
And that could put you solidly in the NCAA field. So Utah State definitely has things to play for. Boise State does as well. I mean, you're talking about 2 of the most wins in a season in back-to-back seasons in the history of the program, which is pretty amazing.
What do you think of the players' mindset is? They probably are aware of the 2 seed, but Chibuzo Abo told the media yesterday, we think we're probably in the tournament, but we obviously want to continue to improve our stock, improve our resume. But mentally, what's the correct mindset for a game like this?
Well, you got to kind of get that other game out of your head, the Reno loss, because I know that everyone thinks that they're in, but there's always 1 or 2 teams every year during that selection Sunday who you take a look at their resume, and it looks just like someone else's, and it's basically a coin flip, and they get left out. So getting this win here on the road, I think, would cement them easily into the field.
What do you want to see from Boise State? Obviously in the a lot of good things. They got the rebounding issues corrected in that game against San Diego State. Defensively they're going to want to guard the 3 obviously tonight. But anything just going into the Mountain West tournament, win or lose tonight, you'd like to see Boise State either clean up or keep rolling?
Well, I mean, really just keep rolling. I mean, I think Boise State played one of its best games, especially Max Rice played one of his best games in the last 4 minutes against San Diego State. But everyone talks about momentum, and momentum's a real thing in sports. And you come here and you get a win, and you take that momentum into Vegas for the tournament, and it could pay off. So I think the Broncos have a lot to play for, even though they know where they stand in the tournament.
Number 2 seed, as we said, they'll play on Thursday. Either UNLV or Air Force, any thought about who they might play in the first round?
Well, I don't know. Air Force is such a tricky team, but they're not very tricky away from Clune Arena. They're really good at home. And UNLV, they're just hot and cold. And so I really don't have a pick on that game.
We've talked about Max Rice, but what he's done these last several games, averaging well over 20 points a game the last 4 games here. Obviously, you want to see him keep it rolling. But what's been the most impressive thing about what Max Rice is doing right now?
Well, all year, the most impressive thing to me was his variety and ways to score. The last few years, he's been a 3-point shooter, and they didn't really need him to score last year with some of the guys that they had. But he developed his offensive game so much in learning. I mean, he's got a high percentage of that little right-hand flip back down. It doesn't look like it'll go in, but it goes in a big majority of the time. So the way that he's just really rounded out his offensive game has been impressive to me.
What are the keys for Boise State tonight before we let you get out of here?
Well, you got to guard the 3. It's one of the best percentage-wise 3-point shooting teams in the country. And when they're at home, you could probably say they are the best shooting 3-point team in the country. But I think the Broncos match up really well. I don't really see any guards or forwards or really anywhere across the board that is just too athletic for the Broncos. So I think even when you put in Jace Whiting, he's going to be just fine against Stephen Ashworth. When you go to the bench, Kobe Young's going to be just fine as well. I like this matchup for the Broncos.
Well, it's only Mountain West Network streaming game, so folks hopefully will turn up the radio, 670 KBOI. You can hear Bob and Abe in about 10 minutes or so. Abe, appreciate you as always,
all
man.
Right.
Best in the business, Abe Jackson. We appreciate him for coming on as always as we continue the Lithia Ford of Boise at pregame show. Bronco Nation news on the road here in Logan, Utah. Boise State's, again, snowing outside. The Broncos have a left the court, so we're going to keep the show going here. We'll bring us courtside here in just a second. Here comes Utah State. You hear the crowd making some noise. Utah State in the white uniforms, Boise State in the blue. Shout out to the Blue Collar Club, Hunter Chapman, everybody up there in Section S. I can see all you guys up there and can hear you. Looking good, sounding good up there, guys. Appreciate you all. There you go. They got they got the Blue Collar Club flag. See if we can get that up there. There it is. We got the Blue Collar Club flag. Hold it up there. Hold it up there, Hunter. There it is. Folks can see it up there. You see a nice set of Boise State fans have made the trip. They were outside greeting the team when they got off the bus. So kudos to you guys for making the trip. Go Blue Collar Club. Jared says, let's get up early on them like we did in Boise. Go Big Blue. And again, by the way, we are seated like right by the student section. So you have to look at my big forehead because I don't have much room here. And we are right up behind the students. So go Broncos. Section S, not the old Utah State students. Collin, go ahead and turn that so we can check out Utah State warming up since Boise State is not on the court at the moment. But let's see, most current Utah State students, BYU parents didn't get accepted to BYU. By the way, it is the start of spring break. It's the start of spring break for Utah State, so they're expecting a sellout crowd tonight, expecting a big crowd, but it is a sellout crowd. And I see Robin Rice in attendance tonight. I think she's 1-0 in her history of making it to Mountain West games. So Robin Rice, Brock Rice, you see them making their way in right behind the bench. So the Rice family made the trip over from Logan as well. We see Matt Bauscher in attendance here. I see Mark Ridley. You got the full crew that made the trip for this one. So shout out to a lot of the Boise State family. We got the Bauscher family, Lindsey Bauscher over there. So Sam is watching from New Jersey tonight, so shout out you, Sam. Appreciate you for checking us out. But looks like it's going to be a nice contingent of Boise State fans. I see our friend David Gardner over there with Capital 11 behind the bench. Big-time group of Boise State fans here. Hey, let's thank a couple of our sponsors while we wait for Boise State to come back on the court. Get your comments in. Get your score predictions in. Let us know where you're watching from. We would love to hear from you as we continue on the Lithia Florida Boise pregame show. Cutwater Spirits. We're in the Cutwater Spirits studios here at the Dee Glen Smith Spectrum. More than 30 flavors of pre-mixed premium cocktails. Make sure you pick up yours at your local gas station or a grocery store. 2 for $7. Great deal. So I recommend the Long Island tonight. Perfect drink to watch a Boise State game. RoePaint.com, 15% off using that promo code ROEPaint. ROEPaint.com is the website. BNN15 is the promo code. BNN15, you get 15% off the interior painting of your home at RoePaint.com. Lithia Florida Boise, they want to buy your used vehicle. They'll make you a cash offer on the spot. That's right. Cash offer on the spot, even if you don't buy from them. You can get more information. LithiaFordBoise.com, but I highly recommend doing what the Raines family did. Purchase a F-150 or a vehicle from Lithia Florida Boise. You will not be disappointed. And Idaho Central Credit Union, the official bank of Bronco Nation News and the Raines family. Make sure you check them out, ICCU.com. Idaho Central Credit Union. Mobile, e-branch, online banking, so easy to use. We're so appreciative, so thankful of our friends at Idaho Central Credit Union. Again, we're here at the Dee Glen Smith Spectrum. We got Collin Mitchell here as well. Collin, your first trip to Logan here. What do you think so far? We're going to have to turn this up here. There you go.
All right, here we go. It's definitely a unique venue. I like it, though. All the students are right on top of the court. It makes you can tell they can get in your head pretty quickly if you're not on your A game. But overall, it should be an exciting game and definitely going to be a tough one. But now that they locked up the 2 seed, I think the Warriors are away right now.
Yeah, I think you are playing with a little bit of house money tonight. You got the number 2 seed in the conference tournament wrapped up. You can play with a little more freedom. Sure, you want to win tonight to help your NCAA tournament resume get off the bubble even further. I think a win tonight certainly puts you in the field no matter what happens in Vegas. A lot to play for. You can, maybe damper, Utah State, a rival, their hopes of making the tournament a little bit as well. So a lot going on in this game tonight, even though the number 2 seed is locked up. Joe says watching from Twin Falls. Andrew Harris, 75-62, his prediction for Boise State. We got some folks giving the Blue Collar Club some love up in Section S. Again, appreciate them for always supporting Bronco Nation News. By the way, speaking of the Blue Collar Club, we cannot wait until Las Vegas next week. Join us Circa Resort and Casino for our fan party Wednesday, March 8th, 7 to 9 p.m. This will change if the women's team is in the championship game of the Mountain West Tournament. But if they are not and you are going to Vegas, join us at Circa. It's on Fremont Street. It's a short Uber ride over from the Strip if you're staying over there. If you've never been over to Fremont Street, it's an experience. It's a perfect night to come check it out. Check out Circa. We got giveaways. Circa gave us some hats, some shirts to give away. We're going to have some raffle items, and we're teaming up with the Blue Collar Club. So come on over to Circa in the Overhang Bar on the second floor, Wednesday, March 8th. That's a week, less than a week away. Just coming up this week on Wednesday. We'll see you over at Circa on Wednesday night for our fan party with Bronco Nation News and the Blue Collar Club teaming up for action here in this one. We got some more comments and things coming in. And again, so far, Sam is our winner. Colin watching all the way from New Jersey.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What else we got? Logan just saw a guy handing out a piece of paper to the students and the fans, a paper with sayings to make fun of the players. Yeah, they do their homework here. They'll be chanting Daddy's Boy and all that good stuff. They have done their homework for sure. Bob Berry wants a Collin Mitchell impression of BJ Rains, and I guess it would be take the rest of the day off. Here's a bonus on your next check. Any kind of impression, Colin, and you better be careful what you say there.
Something about storming the court. Oh, why Boise State storming the court?
Go get another Cutwater. There we go. 2 seed locked up. Cole says, let's hope for a couple more road wins tonight, get a share of the title. Yeah, I mean, that is still alive. We should probably mention that, Colin. Boise State, with 5 hours left in the regular season here, still alive. If Wyoming can somehow win at San Diego State, which is about as likely or unlikely as I thought it was going to be for UNLV to go into Reno and get a win, and Boise State can find a way to win tonight, they would clinch a share of the Mountain West Championship.
Yeah, no, and I mean, we've seen crazier things happen. I mean, Coach Odom from Utah State was part of the biggest upset in college basketball history, so I wouldn't be shocked in San Diego. I mean, I'd be shocked, but we have seen crazier things happen, but I think SDSU does take care of business, and Boise State will stroll in as the number 2 seed heading into Las Vegas.
Chase Love's got 60 to 59. Big shot shave hitting the buzzer beater again. We got the headband tonight from Marcus Shaver Jr. And he's got the hair all done. He's got the headband. Marcus Shaver Jr. looks like he's ready to have a big game tonight. I'll say that. Kurt Blake's got 72-59. We got 77-69. Marie's got 75-67. She says got to keep them under 70. That's a fair thing. BNN and the Blue Collar Club, a winning combo. Look at that. Bob Berry says, bravo, case of Cutwater on the way. There you go. My son, Naismith Rains, Naismith Nelson, love you guys. Thanks for watching the show. Naismith says 71-64. 7-point win for the Broncos. Sam says, go Boise State, and unfortunately, cringe while I say it, go Wyoming as well. You'd rather say go Wyoming than go San Diego State, probably, right? So about 31 minutes till tip-off. We're waiting for Boise State to come back on the floor. We will show you some more of those warm-ups. Again, we are courtside here. They got the students right behind us. You can see how close they are. We are literally in the second row, but like the students, when they stand up, are going to be like, probably massaging my shoulders here. I mean, they are right on top of us, kind of like the Cameron Crazies, right? At Duke.
Definitely.
They're right on top of us. So we'll have to play that by ear. I wish you could go over and get Matt Bauscher to come on for a few minutes, but I don't want to bug him. People are asking for Matt Bauscher, but we don't want to bug him tonight. Hey, if you're looking for a new dentist, how about BoiseDentistryCo.com? Check them out. Locations across the Treasure Valley at BoiseDentistryCo.com. Full family dentistry and wellness. 5 locations across the Treasure Valley. Find one near you at BoiseDentistryCo.com. I highly recommend Dr. Meinert and his staff. United Commercial Insurance. You looking for business insurance? United Commercial Insurance can help you out. 229-8222 is the phone number. They can write business policy insurance in 44 states around the country. That's right, 44 states around the country. Business policy insurance from United Commercial Insurance. Make sure you check them out. I mentioned seeing some of the Ridley family here in attendance. They got a store in Logan. They got a store in Laramie, and they got a lot of stores around the Treasure Valley and 13 locations in the state of Idaho. ShopRidleys.com. You can get more information. You can find a location near you at ShopRidleys.com. But go download the Ridleys app. The Ridleys app will give you exclusive savings up to 40% off in the Ridleys app. Ridleys Family Markets, ShopRidleys.com. If you're looking for some new Boise State gear, how about the Blue and Orange Store? The blueandorangestore.com And again, we'll show you Boise State taking the court here shortly. You're not missing anything on the court right now, but the blueandorange.store.com, free shipping for any order over $40. That's right. Make a $40 order, get free shipping at the blueandorange.store.com. They got all the NIL, Shaver, Degenhart shirts, all that good stuff available in store, the second floor of the Boise Town Square Mall as well. I mentioned Matt Bauscher. We'll go ahead and get our final two sponsors out of the way. Bauscher Real Estate, the #1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley. Matt Bauscher is here. He braved the weather. He is here with Lindsay Bauscher, his wife, and he's in the front row right behind the Boise State bench. So Matt Bauscher's fired up. He'll be making some noise tonight. Got the black polo on. He is ready to go. So we appreciate Matt Bauscher, again, the #1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley. And I'm getting a little bit of a spotty Wi-Fi signal here, Collin, so we'll do the best we can moving forward. But thank you to Matt Bauscher. And if you're looking for a new job, how about Transportation Compliance Service, TCS, transcompservice.com. You're looking for a job, we got you covered. Whether it's the big rig on the screen, the Amazon truck in your neighborhood, check them out, Transportation Compliance Service, transcompservice.com. The best in the business, and they can help you with the permits and things and everything you need to get out there towing that first load in no time. Again, we're waiting for Boise State, and here they come. Your Boise State Broncos are right on cue. You can hear the fans booing. Lots of boos coming in for Boise State as they take the floor for warm-ups. Boise State going with the blue uniforms tonight. By the way, we got something here about Ashworth. Needs to be covered. Ashworth is the whole scoring threat. I'm not sure if this makes you feel better or worse about Stephen Ashworth, but I saw him walk into the arena tonight wearing a Bryce Harper Philadelphia Phillies jersey. So Bryce Harper rolling in, rocking the Philadelphia Phillies jersey. Bryce Harper. Couple scores helping Boise State tonight. A&M beats Bama. 71-70 Utah State. Hope the Broncos prove me wrong. Does the Nevada losing to UNLV help? Yes, Nate. You got here a few minutes later. We did just talk about this, but Boise State has locked up the #2 seed in the conference tournament with the win by UNLV. So Nevada losing, and now Nevada's either the 3 seed or the 4 seed. If Utah State wins, I believe Nevada drops to the #4 seed. If Boise State wins, I think Nevada is the 3 seed and Utah State is the 4. So Utah State's still playing for that 3 seed. Big difference with the 3 and the 4 having to, in terms of the first round matchup and the second round matchup. We'll see if Utah State would rather play San Jose State or New Mexico in their first round game. Kurt Blake saying it looks empty. It is good. The crowd's filing in. We still have 27 minutes till tip-off, but it is snowing outside. A lot of snow, actually. It's going to be a dicey ride back for the team on the bus. So it's not great weather outside at all with a 4-hour drive back, which could be 5 or 6 for the team tonight. You see Marcus Shaver Jr. right there wearing some extra padding on his midsection. He took that blow in the last home, or a couple home games ago. Was at New Mexico, I believe. Maybe it was UNLV, I think it was. Yeah. But a couple games ago, he's wearing some padding under his jersey, so hopefully Marcus Shaver Jr. can continue to get healthy. Dayton Robinson has 65-60. Kurt Fuller says snowing here in Boise also. Awesome. For someone that's also trying to make it home tonight. That is awesome to hear that it is snowing in Boise. Collin Mitchell, by the way, I'll let you give a promo. Thanks to your subscriptions, thanks to your support of Bronco Nation News. Matt Bauscher in the house. I was wondering if he was going to come over here, and he did it. Here we go. We got it. Now, I only have one extra mic, so we got to see what we can do here with Brock. But the fans were actually calling for you. They wanted you to come on, man.
We have arrived.
How's it going? How you guys feeling about the game tonight?
We're feeling really good. I like that Nevada lost to UNLV. That was nice.
#2 seed locked up, man.
Boise State's going to come prepared. We're underdogs. These guys, they haven't lost very many games here, but we've beat Utah State the last 5 times we've played them. And last year in this arena, Marcus Shaver hit the game winner.
We had a fun time coming to this game last year. Malad and Armouche also had the 2020 game here last year. But what do you make of this road venue here? What do you make of the students? They're passing out the signs with stuff to say. There's Daddy's Money over there with one sign.
Brock over Max.
What do you mean? Oh, Brock over.
This student section is nuts. I mean, they're creative. I remember when I was playing in college, Kobe Carr was shooting free throws, and between Daddy's Boy and this and that and Dunkin' Donuts, I mean, they've gotten after the fans over the years. It's a tough place to play, but our guys are resilient. They really are. I mean, to beat Utah State 5 times in a row is not an easy feat.
No.
And nothing's going to faze them. You know, we lost at San Jose State. There's no fans. I feel like we like a crazy environment. That's what they thrive on.
Now you guys brought a big crew behind the bench over there. You got the blue collar club's got a couple rows up there in section S. There's some blue and orange in the crowd here. What do you think?
I think we probably got a couple hundred people here out of 10,000. You know, we're probably outnumbered a little bit, but this is what it's all about. You know, last game of the year until the Mountain West tournament, a time to play in a crazy environment. 2 top 25 teams. I mean, what more can you ask for?
What do you make of Utah State probably playing, for their tournament life tonight? They're going to probably be pretty fired up tonight.
Senior night. They're playing for the tournament. Supposedly we're in. I never take that for granted, but these guys are ready. Let's go.
So we let Brock give a quick. People want to hear from.
We got to get Brock.
They want to hear from Brock here real quick. Brock, give us your thoughts on the game here, man. You're fired up.
Thoughts on the Utah State game?
Yeah. What do you think is going to happen here?
Man, I think it's going to be a battle. This is where you want to be if you're playing in college basketball. We saw Nevada drop one, so now we're in the 2 spot. Now we got some real opportunity out here, but the boys are ready. The boys are fired up, and it's going to be a battle. Hey, we owe Utah State some love out here. That's why me and Bauscher came out here on a mission, because we owe these guys some.
You do, and you're making sure the players see you guys here. You mentioned they didn't hear you earlier, the sign about
yeah, we got a little Bronco over Max love out there. That was big for me, as I don't get enough Bronco love, so that was a good one for me.
Yeah, was it the first time you've seen your
Yeah,
Did you get a picture with the guy yet?
No, I did. I got a video though, so that's big time. But man, we're excited out here. What are we? 5 for 5? 5 of the last 5?
5 in a row against Utah State.
5 in a row. So that's a big one there.
Well, we'll let you guys go get ready for the game. Thanks for stopping by as always.
Cheers,
Bauscher Real Estate. Go check them out.
Cheers.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot for coming over. The fans were calling for you, so you made it happen. We appreciate it. There they are, Matt Bauscher, Brock Rice. That was one of the Max Rice's brother. Yep. I don't know the answer to that. The students behind us just realized that was a Rice boy. They're a little disappointed that they just found that out. And there's the Brock over Max sign. We really need to see if we can get some sort of selfie with the fan that has the sign. Brock. It says Brock over Max, and it has the little greater than sign. That's a pretty creative sign, actually. Brock is so good on TV. Watching from Boise, Idaho, avoided the hellish time slot. For the first day you did, not for the second. If Boise State wins the first game, which, by the way, the first game is 7 o'clock in Boise on Thursday. If they win the second game, it's 10 o'clock in Boise. 10 o'clock in Boise on Friday night for the semifinals. So go download the BNN app, by the way. We appreciate all you guys for checking us out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, please go subscribe to the YouTube channel, BroncoNationNews.com. YouTube.com/BroncoNationNews, the easiest way on the YouTube channel. All of our broadcasts are on YouTube, all of our press conference, audio, video, highlights, all kinds of stuff. The Bronco Nation News YouTube channel. Please go take a few seconds. And if you're watching right now on YouTube, hit that like button at the bottom of the screen, and you can subscribe while you're here as well. And we got the Bronco Nation News app. Would love to have you download the Bronco Nation News app. Bronco Nation News in your app store on Google Play. It's easy to get to and find. Make sure you check that out. And if you're a golfer, we'd love to have you. The Bronco Nation News Golf Tournament, 2nd annual. It's coming up on June 2nd. June 2nd out at Timberstone Golf Course. Limited tee times remain. Foursomes remain. So check us out. We'd love to have you. The Bronco Nation News Golf Tournament, 2nd annual coming up June 2nd. You can get more information, BroncoNationNews.com. Click the tab that says golf, BroncoNationNews.com. Click the golf tab and register fairly quickly before we sell out. We'd love to have you. So, Collin, let's get out of here. Final thoughts on this one.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows about Stephen Ashworth, but they also have 4 other guys that average in double figures, and Taylor Funk, I think, is the name to look out tonight, number 23, and he transferred from St. Joe's, and he kind of started off not sluggish for Utah State, but he's really come along. He had a great January, several games with 20 points, and I think he turns it on tonight.
Kurt, I think it's $50. $50 gets you some raffle tickets and lunch if you want to come out but don't want to golf. Looking forward to it. Is BSU a lock for the number 2 seed? Yes, BSU is the number 2 seed. Big one tonight for Boise State, and again, we'll have a post-game show afterwards. Come on back for the post-game show. Lithia Florida Boise post-game show right after the game. We'd love to have you come back and join us after the game, pretty much like right when the game ends, because we got to get out of here with the weather tonight, so maybe a little quicker show than usual. But join us on the post-game show. Bronco Nation News, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Thanks so much for joining us Check it out, rowpaint.com. Idaho Central Credit Union. We thank Idaho Central Credit Union for sponsoring our road trip coverage here. That'll do it for today's show. For Collin Mitchell, I'm BJ Rains. Enjoy the game on the Mountain West Network. We'll talk to you on the post-game show. Boise State, Utah State, a huge game to wrap up the regular season coming up in about 20 minutes over on the Mountain West Network. And again, the post-game show coming up right after the game here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Enjoy the game, folks. We'll talk to you soon. Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com.